in Wuhan. Let's move on now and take a look at the situation between India and China. This report, in fact, emerging a week after the foreign ministers of both the countries met in Moscow and agreed on diffusing the situation at the border. The deadlock on the ground, in fact, continues. India and China have also exchanged fire at the LAC. The Chinese side fired on the 7th of September in the Chushul subsector at the south bank of Pangong Lake, but a second and more serious incident occurred on the 8th of September on the north bank of Pangong Lake, where there was an exchange of fire and at least 100 rounds were fired, is what we're picking up. The situation remains tense and both sides are firmly holding on to their positions along the LAC. Corps commander level talks are set to take place in the next 2 days to de-escalate, first of all, to disengage and then to de-escalate at the border. India is not taking any chances meanwhile and has bolstered its troops movement along the LAC from Ladakh to Arunachal. India is keeping a close watch on Arunachal Pradesh, particularly where the Chinese PLA troops have been moving in the depth areas. Now, the troops will be prepared in case the Chinese, after having suffered a setback in Ladakh, try to make any fresh attempts to ingress. Arunima is now joining us live with the latest details that she is receiving from the Ministry of Home Affairs. Major General A.K. Sivach is also joining us here on the show. Many thanks, sir. Let me first go across to our reporter Arunima, getting us more details on what the government is saying about the situation on the ground at the moment. Arunima, there has been no provocation or escalation, but the older reports coming in, what are they suggesting at the moment about the ground situation?
So I have confirmation that at least 3 incidents happened where, firing happened. The worst of them was on September 8th, where on the north bank of Pangong, so multiple rounds were fired. Now, one newspaper has said 100 to 200 rounds. The numbers that I have are lesser than that, but much more aggression at north bank of Pangong than what we have seen earlier in Chushul is the word that I received. Post this, local commanders met and they tried to de-escalate the situation, but both sides, around 4,000 troops, 2,000 from PLA side, 2,000 from Indian side, they continue to hold the ridge top between Finger 3 and Finger 4. And while all this is happening, government is also, saying that we are waiting for the Corps commander level talks to happen. The local commanders are not very hopeful of a breakthrough, in the sense that they're not expecting the Chinese side to immediately withdraw their troops. But even if status quo is maintained, that will be a takeaway from the Corps commander level talks.
Yeah. Let me go across to our guest as well, who's joining us for more on this. Major General A.K. Sivach is here with us. Major General Sivach, from the details that Arunima is getting us, how do you assess the situation on the ground ahead of the Corps Commanders meeting, and what are your expectations from the 6th round of Corps Commander level talks?
See, first of all, there is no doubt the situation is volatile, it is tense, and it is on a knife edge. There is no doubt about it. But the fact is that after what we have done on 29th August and 30th August, by preempting Chinese and proactively occupying complete Kailash range, especially from Thakung to Spangur Gap, Black Top, Helmet Top, Magar Hill, Gurung Hill, Rajangla, Chingla, your complete Mordo, Chushul bowl is in Indian hand. So we are dominating that by fire and observation. So is the Spangur Gap, from where the Chinese came in 1962. Now, this is a direct approach to Leh. In case if we are dominating this, the approach to Leh is by and large totally out as far as Chinese are concerned. And we are on a better footing if you have to look toward the north of Spangur, where their roads are coming. Okay. Now, as far as we are concerned, we are well off. In north of Pangong, also we have improved our situation, that the Chinese were holding on to Finger 4 and a height called Green Top. And they were not letting us come there. But what we did on 29th, 30th, a master stroke, we went and occupied a height which is west of Green Top, which is about 200 feet above this, and which we are dominating now up till Finger 6. So therefore, the whole complex of the game has changed. Yes. We are now in a position of strength. We are now acting and they are reacting. Okay. So now, as far as we are concerned, this 6th Corps Commander talk is going to be a game changer, because till now we were on a back foot. we are always demanding, but we have nothing to give it. As of today, what is our situation in south of Pangangso is so good that we can now dictate terms to Chinese.
Okay.
And if the status quo remains also to some extent, which will be, I know it, that nothing much will come in this talk between the Corps commander, because both sides will blame each other.
All right.
And that's it. And it will be a slightly, you can say, a temperature may be down between both the forces.
Okay.
Both will waiting for a long haul. Indians are well prepared. We have dug in and we have already taken defenses
All
of the
right,
peaks.
sir.
We have done a logistic build-up. We are mentally and prepared to stay for another 5 to 6 months in winter.
Okay.
Chinese will have a problem because Chinese have not got a habit of staying in such a high peaks because they have been always staying in their garrison. They are not battle hardened. Indians are battle hardened. So to me, it looks like that we will be on a firm footing when there will be a talk take place between the Corps commanders, and we will dictate terms. And it is China which is now on a back foot.
All right. Major General Siwaj, stay on with us. Sriram Chaulia, Professor, Foreign Affairs expert as well, is joining us here on the show as well. Sriram Chaulia, many thanks for speaking with us. First of all, your assessment of the situation at the line of actual control, which is now clearly having a bearing on the relations between India and China, considering this is exactly what the External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar told the Chinese side. Do you think that the fact that there has been no aggressive move over the last 1 week by China indicates that they have understood the message sent by India, that a lot is at stake between the two countries?
Yeah, we did a tit for tat in the southern bank of Pangongso. And like General Siwaj is saying, that put them on the back foot. So clearly, they don't want to, escalate further because they realize that we have the capacity to do counter maneuvers. So for every, misadventure they are doing, we have the capacity to also pay them back in their own coin.
Okay.
The same coin. So that is where I think they may be rethinking their approach, because in April and May, they thought that, they initially came, especially in the Depsang side, they came in the guise of a military exercise in Xinjiang. And, and then they pushed forward and then suddenly began to prevent us from patrolling and from building roads on our side.
All right, so I'll interrupt you. I'll interrupt you,
stealth.
Professor Chaulia, because I want to understand from you, is it only the military moves that India has made over the past 10 days, taking some dominant positions, that is now preventing China from being aggressive? Or do you think that the diplomatic message that was sent through, that they are risking the entire gamut of relationship between the two sides also having a bearing on Chinese thinking?
Yeah, no, definitely, ours has been a multi-pronged response, and that has strengthened India's bargaining position. I think the bans on their digital apps, the restrictions on their foreign investments into India, the limitations on their exports to India, all these matter because, end of the day, India is a big market and we are leveraging that. And the Chinese were very unhappy because, TikTok, for example, is their signature global, social media hit. And now it is under pressure in the US as well to being sold off. So they realize that taking on India means that we are going to open up other fronts, not just militarily, but in other areas. And I think that's where they have been saying, oh, this is a broad relationship and we have to maintain this, the other aspects, even as the boundary dispute continues. And we are saying, no, the two are indivisible. So I think that is a good approach because they realize that there are other stakes. And by the way, it's not only a bilateral, right? I mean, China has antagonized a lot of countries in recent months since the coronavirus started.
That's
They're
right.
under tremendous heat from the US.
Okay.
And that factor, and the Taiwan issue and these kind of things on the other side is also distracting them strategically. They cannot afford to have multiple fronts where, 40, 50,000 troops amassed at the LAC, but they also need to move reinforcement the other side if Trump becomes more belligerent. I think the pressure that they are facing from various world, the configuration right now is such that regionally in the Indo-Pacific and also the US in particular, I think all those factors will matter because they do understand that India is coordinating at some level with our own strategic partners.
Correct.
We are not sitting by and treating this purely as a one-on-one ping pong match.
Okay.
If they are trying to play ping pong with us, we've got like a cricket team with us. We've got 10 other countries beside us. So that is the difference in the approach that we have taken. And slowly but steadily, I think we will erode the whatever advantage they had in the North Bank of Pangong. So as the winter sets in, so
Okay.
all the factors indicate to me that they have to back down. But of course, being a communist dictatorship with a megalomaniac like Xi Jinping in power, they will always want to claim that we got the commanding heights, we taught the Indians a lesson. You look at their propaganda, they're still huffing and puffing.
Absolutely, absolutely.
just
Professor
pumping and
Cholia,
saying
I'll
that they're
interrupt you
teaching
there.
Indians a lesson.
Professor Cholia, I'll interrupt you there. Major General